Hey guys, how are we all doing? Just want to do a quick video update because the market's starting to get a little bit interesting. I feel like, the bears are getting a little bit cocky and it's time to wash out some of the bottom shorters here. And so we've got some really nice price action. Just a quick caveat before we get into the content. Just wanted to say sorry, it's been a while since I've done a couple of updates on the market. The last week or so, we were actually over here in Bali running a retreat for a whole heap of traders, were coming out to learn from us. And it was really cool to have such a great group of people out enjoying some sun, enjoying an awesome villa. We had a lot of fun as well, going out to a couple of different parties. And so I just decided, at the end of the retreat, it was a long week for me, speaking so much. So I wanted to just relax and take a little bit of time off, but we're back in action. I'll be back home in the next couple of days to be delivering you guys much more consistent content from there on in. But let's jump into the action now. Obviously a lot happening in the market right now. We had this huge dump off after our 3-month consolidation, right? And markets like to do this sort of stuff. They like to test to see if there is it going to be any buyers down here. There was a fair case to say that this could end up just breaking up and taking off through here, which obviously would be way more bullish. But obviously the market makers want to see a lot of people get washed out and freak out who are buying up in these sort of ranges and start to puke their bags and hand some money back to the market so they can reaccumulate and get back in. At the moment, from all-time high, from our yearly high, we're down about 44%. So that's not uncommon for Bitcoin to pull back to those sort of levels. We have to remember as well, we're still in our we're still just coming out of our disbelief rally as well, which was a massive 350% rally. So what we're looking for now, obviously we've got that pullback. We're now looking for the bull market to sort of continue on from here. I do think this is definitely a level that it can continue on, but we need to see some bullish action step back into the market pretty soon. I would like to see the lower boundary of this range here, which is defined by actually the weekly levels. I would like to see that that hold here and we get a reversal. It'd be really perfect if we got a reversal here, because we just had sort of 3 kisses, 1 perfect tag off the weekly order block here, which is actually defined from 2018 levels, and obviously it was pretty important here. Once we got above it, it was a really nice support resistance flip in here, and then we took off, coming back to retest that level. And now we're getting on again. But at the moment, we've sort of started to establish a trading range in between the 2 weekly order blocks from about that 8,500 range down to that 7,700 range. So we want to see this hold. We want to see the bulls take over and get back above that 8,500 level, and that will open up possible move to upside and take out the 9,500 key level, which I've been saying for a while now to all the guys in Discord, that's my 100x long for financial freedom level. When we take that out, I'll be going in pretty deep, because I think once we take out that 9,500 level, it's going to go pretty high from there, and we're going to see, because this is a really strong long 3-month consolidation range. Right, we had obviously it tagged this level here, and it was resistance, support, and then finally broke through. Bitcoin likes to do this, and it would not be uncommon for it, have that 44% pullback, then come back up, reclaim this range, and then take off like that and be very violent. And we see another move which is similar to, this move from here to here, which is about 70%, and this move from here to here, which is about 80%. We could definitely see some of those moves pump into the market, and we get something like this or something like this, a really nice 80% move to 14k, which could be blinding with a little bit of a bull flag at the weekly order block through here at 11.5, 11.6, and then I think if that happens, we're going to take out the new all-time high probably in December, if we can get back above this level quite soon, and this ends up just being a spring for our wick-off consolidation pattern. But it needs to happen soon. We're definitely running out of time, but there are some good signs, so I want to go over that quickly. Let's get our oscillators up and our Nexus indicator. Took a trade call. Obviously all the guys in Discord, we just got a really nice trade on XRP. We'll take a look at that in a second. Ethereum BTC has been looking really good as well, but I think if Bitcoin takes off here and starts to push back into that 8.5, 9.5 sort of area, ETH BTC is probably going to end up that resistance will hold and will get pushed down, but we'll go take a look at that in a little bit. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. So I'm going to try and find might be a bit too difficult to try and find the trade call. So we'll just look at it and I'll show you guys how this played out. Basically, we were looking at the 12 hour and it looked like there was going to be a bullish divergence on the 12-hour form, which is pretty significant. So I was looking to maybe front run the 12-hour bullish divergence and also front run the 12-hour buy signal on the Nexus indicator, which was actually a nice deep signal, right? Which is the ones that we want to be taking on Nexus. So what I was looking for here is another entry. And then we got this one here. So I was looking at the chart pretty much like this, right? And this is what I was seeing, and we closed quite nicely at about about 7,865 of a really nice bullish hammer or pin bar close. So I took the entry there because I was sort of front running what I thought was about to happen on the 12-hour, and we'll go quickly take a look at the 12-hour, right? Right, and then the 12-hour we ended up getting a nice close like this, and the bull flag actually ended up forming. Sorry, not the bull flag. The bullish divergence ended up forming quite nicely, as you can see drawn in there. And this closed just about an hour ago. And so that was the second entry, and then we got a nice pump after that, and we've actually broken our downtrend resistance at the moment. We've got another, about another 2% pump. So that was another nice little trade. But yeah, we're in a really good position right now from, underneath 8K, which is obviously pretty nice because that's been a pretty strong area of interest in the market. So it's nice to have an entry below that level of support. And what we're looking for now, obviously, is to reclaim this level here at 8,200. Right, we want to flip this, probably get knocked down by this 8,500 again, and come back, bounce off this level here, reclaim this level, and then really I think the big breakout's going to come once we sort of get out the top of this weekly range, which if we just go take a look at that now, is defined by this level up here, right? So what we really need for the bulls to get a nice win here in our trade to really play out is we want to get a weekly close above this level. I would really love to see a weekly close above this 9,500, 9,600 level, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think the best thing that we can hope for now is this Morningstar reversal pattern, and we get a close which will be about 50% of the way down in this candle around that high 8, maybe 8.8, 8.9 level. For the weekly, but I think this is going to be a very interesting week. Last week, obviously, 2 weeks ago we had the big dump off. That was when we were running the boot camp. Got a couple of nice shorts in there. Didn't catch the one from the very top, but we caught a couple afterwards, which paid out pretty nicely. And then this week has been really stale, going completely sideways. So it wasn't a bad week to have off. And now I think we're going to get some more action to come back into the market. It was really good to see alts getting a bit of love early in the day, and we got some good trades off that. And yeah, it's good to see Bitcoin now looking a little bit more bullish and some bullish setups in play. So currently in this long, obviously, from the 786 level, and we'll see how this plays out. But what I really want to see is this level here. At that pretty much 8,800 level, flip into support, and might even look at possibly adding another entry in there, and then obviously the 9697, well really 95, if that gets taken out, I think that's the level that will be very interesting to see how the market reacts to that, but I think it'll be extremely bullish. And like I said before, we'll start to see some really nice big green candles and a lot of momentum to the upside, like what we had back through here. Just going to get the pivots up actually and have a look and see where they are. We'll get a look at the daily pivot and see what's going on there, because we just had a new one open for October. So yeah, the daily pivot is at 9,000. No surprises there. So yeah, we'll be looking for that daily pivot to flip into support, right? And get something like that happening. So let's see how it plays out, but it'd be nice to get a nice little bull flag up here, and something else would be another tradable, actionable item for us. So apart from that, let's go have a quick look at the XRP trade. So this was our trade setup back here. This is what we were looking at. Obviously, this is one of the charts that I threw up earlier. We were looking at the MACD crossovers, haven't failed us yet. We also have Swell coming out in the next couple of weeks as well. Pretty sure it's the 7th of November and the 8th of November. If you look at the chart, they like to pump it around that time. XRP gets a lot of interest, so to get everybody excited for the big event, we might see a little bit of a scam pump. So jumped on. Obviously, we've got a nice bullish setup here, and then we can go and see this is how the trade sort of played out through there, right? So let's go have a quick look at XRP. We're about to get, if it closes, this is looking like it could end up being a bullish engulfing candle on the daily with a nice tweezer bottom down there. So we're also, as well as the 12-hour that's been confirmed, this is another thing that I was looking at, which may be getting to the trade a little bit earlier, is that this is actually a bullish divergence on the daily as well, which we don't get those very often at all. The last time we got bullish divergences on the daily was actually right at the bottom of our bear market when we flipped from being a bear market into a bull market. So that was the last time we had daily bull div. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to let that slip by without longing that. We've also got a really nice buy entry here, which probably came a little bit too early, so I didn't take that one. But ever since this popped up, I have been mainly focusing on looking for longs because it's a really nice, super deep daily entry call on the Nexus indicator. So, we're getting a nice entry on that now. So if this can end up playing out and we get a really nice, strong, bullish engulfing pattern on the daily here, we could see some nice action. But let's quickly jump to this XRP trade and then we'll wrap up the video because it's probably getting on a little bit. Right, so this was our XRP trade. Let's try this one. Okay, it doesn't want to save, but basically this is what we're looking at, and you guys could see it before anyway. And yeah, we had a nice pop. So these are sort of trade setups that I find really easy to take. Got to take long that every single time, and yeah, just the ascending triangle, right? So that was a nice easy one to take. Those usually pop at a pretty high rate. This might come back and retest here for a bullish retest of this pattern, and then we could get some more movement moving up. But we could also see this be defined as the top of the trading range as well. And if Bitcoin especially starts to take off, this could send XRP all the way back down here, and we get another one of these before we get a break out of the trading range. So yeah, we'll definitely be looking for a support and resistance flip there. That is a very interesting key level around this about 3,400 sort of level in there. So we can see obviously support here flipped into resistance. I think for me to get really interested in this token again, we're gonna have to somehow probably come back like this and then reclaim this level and then take off. But obviously, it's got a couple of weeks still until the 7th of November, which is going to mark out by a vertical line, right? So that's going to be the Swell event. So yeah, we could definitely see some more bullish action and maybe some scam pumps up until then. Might not be a bad idea actually to buy, not financial advice by the way, but it might not be a bad idea for myself to pick up a little small bag of XRP just to hold as well, and then also be taking some spot trades. So yeah, that's basically what I'm looking at in the market. The other one as well, which is pretty tasty with this ETH BTC, right? But obviously if Bitcoin starts to really rally here, unless Ethereum can keep up and run with it at the same time, I think this could end up just holding as resistance, and this ends up coming back down. So it might not be a bad short entry at the moment. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I probably wouldn't want to short it just yet. If this trend line here gets broken down, maybe that would be a much better short entry that I'd be looking at. Fair few bearish divergences in here as well on the 12-hour. Right, that's a pretty big one through there. So yeah, a few bearish indicators on Ethereum right now. I think if I was going to be trading anything, I'd be looking at trading the ETH USD pair. And let's see what's going on here at the moment, as this is looking a little bit more bullish to me at the moment. We've sort of got like this broadening descending wedge pattern going on at the moment, right? So yeah, a little bit of action there. Obviously this would be a really nice long if it came up like this, flipped this into support and took off. So if we get above that 220 level, that'd be really nice. But at the moment, I'm just going to focus on Bitcoin because I think the setup's a little bit more clear. A flip of this level here into support could be pretty tasty as well. So we'll go and have a look at that as it plays out. But obviously this is going to follow Bitcoin up if it goes. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We are running a training bootcamp, a webinar version of our Bali trip, and obviously the boot camps we've been doing around Australia. We're going to be running that online, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you're going to be able to tune in. And obviously, you know, the one-on-one, you know, or the live boot camps are, you know, a decent amount of money. Not everyone can afford that, so we wanted to create something that anybody could come online and grab the information and learn these skills, because I do think that it is something that, you know, it doesn't matter how much money you've got. If you want to trade, you should be able to learn. So we made it super cheap. It's $330 Australian to jump into the program. There's we're running 2 sessions per week at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and it's running for 6 weeks, and it starts on the 22nd of October. So make sure you guys jump on that. I'm going to put the link to the webinar course, the Altcoin Mastery course, in the description link down below the video. So yeah, hopefully you guys jump on and join us for that, and yeah, come along for the journey, because it's going to be a really cool 6 weeks. We're going to be able to do a lot of live trades, look at a lot of setups and how they develop over the 6 weeks, and yeah, be teaching you guys the skills along the way. Everybody always asks, will they be able to watch the videos if they can't get on for the live webinar? The answer is yes. We will be recording everything, and you will have access to that through the website portal, which is altcoinmastery.io. Okay, so thanks a lot, guys. I'm going to leave the link to the groups, also to Discord group, the Facebook groups as well, in the video description. Okay, so thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. We'll catch you all next time.